YouTube, how are we all doing today? I am your host Juice, and today we have another Breachers VRML cast. I am joined. Okay, why are you laughing? I'm joined today by Cooper.
I don't know, man.
I'm joined today by Cooper, and this is actually an EU matchup. So I don't really know these teams, but
Yes.
I'm excited to get into this.
Yeah, this will be a interesting matchup because, well, I do believe this is a diamond team versus a bronze team, and if I'm correct, the bronze team only have 2 VRML games under their belt, so it's gonna be interesting. Let's see what's gonna happen. First map is gonna be on Hideout. Um, as we are awaiting one more, but yeah, as and this is going to be a very interesting match because some of these players, they aren't exactly
What?
where this
Okay.
they haven't exactly proved themselves yet, you know.
I don't know
And
anyone. I know a couple of the people. I know Dev Sender. That's like the only person in this entire lobby I know. So other than that, I don't know
yeah,
any of these people. So they're all even to me, and I'm hoping for
yeah,
a good match. But
yeah. Well, I suppose we will see. It looks like all 10 players are in the lobby.
I haven't even looked at the connoisseur votes. I imagine they're in favor of Valiants. Yeah, 20-0 are the connoisseur votes
Oof.
in favor of Valiants. So SYZYGY, that's what I'm gonna call them for the stream. SYZYGY is gonna have to show up today, especially because I don't know. It's probably just because it's EU and there's less teams, but there's no reason a diamond team should be matched up with a bronze team. Like, they're just,
Oh,
I don't know. I've never seen that
like,
before in NA matches, but
and if I'm correct, there's 2 or 3 master teams in the European scene. And then I think Valiant is the only diamond team. Most of the European teams are, gold, silver, and bronze because there's not many teams and there's not many star teams, that will show up and play every week. So, yeah. But hopefully the scene gets more involved.
yeah, I feel like VR as a whole just isn't that popular. But compared to like PC and console games, VR is just not. I feel like the demographic just isn't as large.
That's
But
true.
yeah, you know how it is because it's just there's just not as many people playing. But that's just how it is sometimes, you know. And getting into this pistol round, SYZYGY on the attack, Valiant's on the defense. Sparks coming in with a drone through this hatch. Let's see. It seems like we're gonna have a bit of an off-meta B push going into bedroom. We have 2 foams, so that's interesting. And a nade from Mommy Llama by the kill box, able to take out bot very fast. Ellipse has foam already on this bedroom wall. Valiant's team has rotated over to B. 2 players actually holding kill box. Another nade comes out, doesn't get any damage off on the Sparks. And we're just waiting for this wall to open. Valiants, they were able to switch over to this B site very fast and get ready for this push. And I feel like this is taking a little long to get this wall open. The wall is now open, and Ellipse from outside the window sees one behind the B chassis. Doesn't get any tags, but Sparks taken down very low, and Pez actually taken out from the A side. So just like that, SYZYGY, their players are very low, 830 and 79 compared to Valiant's having 3 players full health and 2
Yeah,
about
so far,
3/4. Yeah.
not looking good for SYZYGY here.
It's not. And Mommy coming on the flank. He will see Kung Fu. Is he going to check the corner? Oh, he actually didn't, but he's still able to get the pick. Sparks and Mommy both around equal health. Fallen takes off Ellipse off on the backside, and then Sparks able to take out Mommy with that Cyclone and just barely misses that Incendiary, but he is at 8 health, so this is going to take a miracle to clutch this. And Fallen leans out the window and takes him out. So
Yeah.
Valiants
There
takes
goes the
round
miracle.
1. Yes, there goes the miracle. Valiants takes pistol round.
Yeah, that was a interesting, first round. I do believe we are going to be seeing, a bit of omens from this Valiant squad. And so, yes, we do see the omens and a Knut. That's an interesting choice. Most people pick that as kind of a meme, but we have seen some good value from the Knut over the years.
Yeah, it does have that one-shot potential, which is I feel like why they're taking it. And I don't mind the play. Sometimes you just got to get freaky in these league matches and just play weird, because that's how you win sometimes. Just playing off meta and sitting in spots where no one would expect you. And it seems like that's how probably Valiants is gonna play this. And Dev Sender in yellow are upstairs in garage, and I believe these attackers can see their feet. Maybe no, maybe they're too far away. This is kind of an aggressive hold. Let's see how Dev and yellow hold this. Yeah, probably gonna pre-nade this door. They smoke it off actually. Dev Sender's just sitting in the smoke. Drone comes
It's gonna
out.
be bad if the drone doesn't spot Dev, but he's gonna.
Oh, he actually threw a nade. I didn't even see him throw a nade. He threw it on the stairs, and it actually killed one at the bottom of the stairs. So that freaky play, just like I said, you gotta play like freaks, and that is exact. That was probably. That was a freak play right there, and it worked. Dev was able to get a pick off.
Indeed.
Yeah, we have a
That's
three-man.
the standard play coming in from the garage. There's a triple stack in the hallway. Oh my goodness, there goes Sparks into sight. One down, 1v1 trade. That's Mac. It's refrag. It's double actually. And that was a 1v4. I don't know about that play from the squad of SYZYGY, but Pez gets killed in.
Yeah, I feel like they really focused on this guy upstairs too much. I mean, they push this dude upstairs, and then the site is downstairs. You don't really need the three-man push the roamer. If anything, yeah, if anything, you know that there's only 2-3 people on site, so maybe I don't know, a bit of a misplay, but in hindsight, if they would have been able to get that pick off on the yellow, then it would have been a good place. But yellow was able to take out what, 2-3 of them before dying, so
yeah,
good value from that.
For sure, is interesting choice by the squad of SYZYGY. Not only saving, for those Vesins, for those omens. I guess maybe they don't have the economy needed. As we see a full buy coming in from Valiant.
Yes, they definitely have the gun advantage. SYZYGY doesn't have any full buys. They don't have any rifles, so this is going to be a little rough.
The interesting choice on the syringe coming in from Kung Fu Panda. Personally, if I were in this spot, I would just maybe buy a Spectral or a Taurus.
Yeah, I was thinking the same.
I wouldn't be half buying.
Yeah, because if you lose this round, your eco is still going to be screwed next round. Like you said, I feel like Spectrals probably would have been the better play here from SYZYGY. But you never know. Maybe they can get a, what's it called, a Thrifty?
Yeah, Thrifty.
We're going to see. And once again, we're having like a bit of an off-meta push. They're not pushing through garage. They're pushing... Oh, and yellow. Oh, yellow sitting in theater. Takes out 1, takes out 2. And takes out 3. Will he? And he takes out 4. Is he going to get the ace? And he swings outside into piano and gets the ace. And Mommy TKs himself. But holy moly, yellow with that Marui. And this is why, Cooper. This is why the Marui is better than the Vezin. That headshot damage is unmatched. Unmatched. I don't know why people use the Vezin. I have no idea. It makes me mad. Because the Marui is just that much better. And yellow is proving it right there, getting that ace. So great play.
What an ace there.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yellow. That was... I like the off-meta push that CSG did, but...
I don't think they had a drone. I don't think they had a drone.
Stop the Marui. They couldn't stop yellow. And they all pushed from the same door, from the same side, which It can be good, but in times like that, no.
Yeah, they weren't able to drown out yellow. That I feel like that's what their mistake was. They just kind of walked in through the front door and expected piano to just be clear along with theater, but yellow was sitting in there and he made him pay getting that ace.
As this is a must win here for SYZYGY, because they can't really afford to lose any more rounds because this is going to be their final Vez and bye of the half.
Oh, and one of their players actually DC'd, so Baptiste.
Oh, no.
He has a Vezin too. You imagine, should Kung Fu kill the AI to take the Vezin, you think?
Thing is, we have seen bots get kills before in league matches as we're going to swing Baptiste.
He put a door blocker on the door. That was really risky. I can't believe he did that.
Crazy. As now we're seeing the standard living play when made. Baptiste! Looking to make a move. He backs out. Mommy gets the kill on the Kung Fu. Nice smoke grenade coming in from Valiant. As SYZYGY kind of just stuck here. I mean, they can't do anything as the push out from Fallen, but no, Sparks takes care of him. Hey, not doing anything. It's a try stack here.
How is Baptiste still alive? I don't.
Who knows?
Okay, but now
that's the question.
Okay.
Oh, well, look at Baptiste.
I don't know how he lived that long. And Mommy takes out Ellipsis.
It's a double, well, 2v4. Make that 2v3. Bot on the far side. If this was the round to win, this would be the round for SYZYGY.
Seems like they're gonna rotate over to B. They do not have foam, so they're not. I don't know where the foam is, so they need to find that. And Mommy's actually walking outside of A. He's going on that flank. If Sparks isn't careful, he's gonna get taken out, and he is taken out by Mommy. And now it's just Bot left in a 1v3. Swings into B, takes out one, but refragged very quickly by Mommy to give Valiants a 4-0 lead with kind of ease. I feel like these rounds haven't really been close, but granted that they did just lose a player, and he is back. True. He is back for the SYZYGY team.
Well, at least he is back, and I think the rounds are closer than I initially thought they would be, but we're not only seeing I don't really think we're seeing a solid performance from SYZYGY so far. I think something needs to change, whether it be strategy or just simply not dying in their 1v1 fights.
Yeah.
Because, well, obviously in breachers, if you don't win your gunfights, you don't win the round, and by extension, you don't win the game. So I think they do need to win more of their gunfights if they want a chance.
Yeah, I think it comes down to experience. I feel like the SYZYGY, they're not playing really smart per se, but I mean that's not. They are bronze, which is not. I don't understand the EU matchups with a diamond team playing a bronze. So if anything, this should have been expected. That this could be a good learning experience from SYZYGY. As two players from SYZYGY already taken out by Yellow and Mommy, and Sparks takes one out from the front door. Now a 4v3 in favor of Valiants, and Valiants is playing this very aggressive. I feel like they are in complete control of this game now. Root Beer sitting on the garage hatch waiting for one of these players to peek through this garage door, and he does have the gun advantage on everyone except Pez. So let's see how Pez plays this, and he quick peeks the box, but Root Beer is ready for it and takes him out. And just like that, Valiants, the 4-2 man advantage, and Root Beer is still playing this door very aggressive in garage, just quick peeking it back and forth. And I wonder how. Oh, yep. And then outside the laundry window, Yellow takes out Bot, and Mommy takes out Sparks. And like I said, Cooper, the experience. You can tell that Valiants just has more experience as a team and as players, and they're able to go up 5-0.
Yes. Indeed, they are. As see if I can pull up the VRML match page just to see how many matches this Valiants squad has played. As it appears that this squad has played 10 matches as opposed to only 2 matches from SYZYGY. So yeah, it's quite
a difference.
Yeah, quite a difference. As looks like Valiants is in 4th behind. Well, behind few of their counterparts. As so, this is the number 4 team versus the number 14 team.
Yeah, so that's a little strange. I feel like the matchmaking on that was.
I don't know why I don't know why Valiant they aren't playing Sunset Ravens because they are also bronze. Quite an interesting matchup.
And once again,
But,
we're seeing these off metas. Off meta push from SYZYGY again, and they're able to take out Root Beer very fast. But Mommy does take out Sparks from that backside of Wine. Ellipse puts Foam onto the game's wall, or the billiards wall rather. And Mommy's actually swinging out into the hall to try to take out this player in Wine. Doesn't see him, but now Mommy has control of this hallway, and Ellipse doesn't see him there. And Mommy able to get that headshot. Kung Fu takes out Death Sender behind the A objective. Fallen trying to get some blind fires, and Mommy with that Vezin going on a clinic right now takes out Bot and Wine, and then tries to get a little aggressive, taken out by Pez King. And Yellow trying to go for that refrag, trading shots. They don't hit each other, and Pez gets hit by that nade, but Pez is actually swinging, and Yellow able to flick up to him and take out Pez, while Fallen on the backside was able to take out another player. And it is a 6-0 lockout for Valiants.
6-0 here. Are SYZYGY going to avoid the 7-0? I think that's the only hope right now. But we have seen it before. You know, we have seen the 6-0 curse, 5-1 curse, or the 5-2 curse. You know, but I don't think it's going to happen here, just because of just the sheer mismatch between these two teams.
Yeah, and it's just not looking too good. It's not looking too good for SYZYGY. They gotta play every round like it's their last, because I mean it is if they lose. So I feel like Kung Fu and Pez should buy utility along with Ellipsis. You need to spend as much money as you can, because there's no reason to save, because the second you lose another round, game's over. So you gotta play this with aggression, and you gotta be able to buy out. But it doesn't seem like they're going to, so that might bite them later in this match.
As I assume they're probably just gonna they're just going to kind of try to get this match done and onto the second round. As there goes Fallen as Rupert takes his place. Interesting, weird. Not really seeing any foam coming out from Valiants. No, actually, never mind. I don't see it. Grenade on the far side. Catches Kung Fu. Good job there by Yellow Mac. Behind bomb, there goes Lepsis. Yellow Mac rushing into sight. Ping's going out. Yellow Mac swinging. Oh, man. Bit of a scuffle there. 1v4. Where is Bot? There is Bot in the garage. One, but
oh, that grenade was crazy. Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
Dude, did you see that? Oh my lord. that was very, I don't think he meant to do that, but that was insane how that grenade bounced. Wow. That Valiants takes the 7-0 win on map 1 against SYZYGY for map 1.
Yeah. And that wasn't best performance by SYZYGY, but you know, let's see how map 2 will play out. I do believe Arctic is their best map, so we could be seeing a map of Arctic coming out here.
Yeah, and if you check the leaderboard, 2 players on Valiants, 13 and 13 kills and 12 kills. Let me see who it was. Yeah, great games from Yellow Mac and Mommy Llama. 13 and 4 and 12 and 3, putting on a clinic for that Valiants team and leading them to a victory in map 1.
Very nice indeed. As for the highlight, it looks like Valiants did have a 53% win rate, so that wasn't even their strongest map. Looks like their strongest map is Factor, coming in at 66%.
Yeah, I wonder what we're going to see then. Yeah, we're going to see in about 15 seconds what we're going to. And it seems like SYZYGY's going to be on the defense still and Valiant's on the attack. So, yeah, I'm expecting like a defense-heavy map. Or, I mean, we'll see. We'll see. Let's see what we get. And Arctic. Yep, just like you said. All right, there it is.
Let's see here. I don't... Okay, so within VRML, this team of SYZYGY has played it one time. They have a 58% round win rate, and they did win that one map that they played on Arctic. Taking a look over at the Valiants. Interesting. They only have a 48% win rate. However, they have definitely played Arctic 2 more times. So interesting. The team of Valiants hasn't really played Arctic a whole lot, and even so, they don't have a very good win rate on this map. So could we see a comeback here from SYZYGY? You know, could we be seeing a third map?
We could, and the thing is, Valiants has probably played like the higher ranked teams, so that might be why their win rate isn't that high. I mean, I'd imagine because they're what'd you say, ranked 4th? They're probably playing like
4th,
Acer, EU, and I don't know the other teams. I just know Acer, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe they've only played Arctic against really good teams. So going against a bronze team, maybe Valiants can capitalize and win this game in 2 maps.
Yes, as you know, when Arctic is a very interesting map. I don't think we really see it enough in VRML. Definitely, I don't think it's anyone's first choice. But then again, it's been a while since I've seen Skyscraper. That's the drone spotting out SYZYGY, but the nade going out. Not gonna find anybody. Another grenade that's not gonna find anybody as the wall gets blown. Oh, that's just in this corner right here. Looking swing, but a bot taken out. Dev Sender. This is the first time the whole series that the squad of SYZYGY has had the 5-4 man advantage.
And just like that, Rootbeer getting that EMP down with that Ensign, keeping the SYZYGY players from swinging. And Valiants should have control of this as Rootbeer goes for the swing and takes out Ellipsis. And Valiant's sitting pretty right now, but they are all low on health on the Valiant side as Pez takes out Mommy, but the time is running out for this EMP. Rootbeer takes out 1, takes out 2. Will he get a 3rd off onto Sparks? He doesn't, but Kung Fu off in the vent takes out Fallen. And Rootbeer still getting these shots up, takes out another. Is he gonna, will this be an ace? It will! Rootbeer gets the ace for Valiants. That's the 2nd Valiant ace we've seen. We've got one from Yellow, and now we got one from Rootbeer. So great play on the pistol round from Rootbeer right there.
Indeed so. That was a far better round for this team of SYZYGY. Because that time, it came down to a 1v1, you know? So maybe this map is their stronger map. That's not to say they're going to win every round or they're going to even win the map, but it looks like they're playing a bit better here on Arctic, as we're seeing a few Omen buys, a Viper as well. Very interesting. A double drone coming in for Valiants.
I don't know if this is just me, but I really am not a fan of the Viper. I would way rather use the Omen. Even if I find a Viper on the ground and I have an Omen, I'll use the Omen. Because I don't know about you, but the Vipers, for some reason, it's very glitchy, I feel like. When I use it, I always lose tracking, and it doesn't seem as strong. But maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just my crazy mind. But anyways, Valiant's up 1-0. Going for this basic B push, and it doesn't seem like SYZYGY is playing very aggressive. They're giving up a lot of this space very early on, so Valiant is going to be able to take this wall very fast. And SYZYGY, they don't have the utility to hold this plant. They only have a stim. They don't have any nades or ensigns, so this might be a very easy plant for Valiants. Root Beer with that EMP. Will he go in to put it down? Oh, he's actually... Okay. He's putting the EP down, and Ellipsis does take out Fallen. And, yeah, they're not going to be able to deny this plant. Root Beer gets the EMP down. Yellow with that headshot with the Taurus takes out Ellipsis. Kung Fu sitting close on the default plant, and Root Beer takes him out. Root Beer takes out another one. Refrag by Bot, though. And now, Bot and Sparks left in a 2v3. Bot tries to peek through this window. Mommy takes out Sparks on the vent, and then Mommy takes out Spot on the window. And Valiants goes up 2-0 on map 2.
Slowly racking up the rounds here.
Yeah, and once again, it just SYZYGY, the utility, I feel like they're not buying the util that they need to. If anything, the stim should have been probably one of the last things they bought there, because Valiants, they were able to just walk in and get the EMP down. There were no ensigns or grenades on the SYZYGY side to deny that plant, and that really screwed them over. Valiants was able to get that EMP down, and once you get that EMP down, it's just a time game at that point. So you know SYZYGY's gonna have to pull. They're just gonna have to run at you, and as long as Valiants are holding the angles, they're able to get those picks and win that round with kind of ease.
Indeed, as full interesting. You know, we're seeing full buys from Valiant. You know, they're buying the frags, they're buying the drones, they're buying one syringe and the foam, of course. SYZYGY not really buying any util aside from a few grenades.
And we're gonna have a basic push going into the B, and once again SYZYGY is not playing out in this green hall. They do have Kung Fu on the flank, but they didn't have anyone denying entry to the wall as the nades tossed out. Won't get any damage, but once again Valiant's able to get foam on the wall very fast, and DevSender takes out the flank. So now SYZYGY only has players in sight, and they already used all of their util. So once again Valiants is gonna be able to get this EMP down without any fight, really. And Yellow Mac gets a headshot off on the Pez, and this is, once again, it's a time game at this point, and SYZYGY's gonna have to swing, but Yellow Mac denies one, denies two. Fallen goes for the swing behind the box and takes out Sparks. So getting the flawless round, Valiant's up 3-0 now.
Yeah, that was a interesting choice to not buy any utility from SYZYGY, and we just saw right there. It is crucial to buy those frags, to buy those stims, to buy those static field diminisers. You know, because if you don't have things to stop the plant, well, you're kind of screwed. And it's basically an automatic win for the attacking team, as we just saw there. Same thing, and you know, once again, they don't really have the economy aside from Pez, who he might be buying utility for his team, or he might be saving for the 5th round.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure SYZYGY did buy those 2 grenades, but I feel like they wasted them. They should have been waiting for the EMP plant. That's what you need to use that util for. But they actually tossed them pretty early and didn't really get any value out of them.
As the roof being blown, it looks like we're going to see the standard play possibly coming into B. Onto the wall. And, you know, it's very interesting that we're not seeing any roamers from this well from the squad. The entire game they have not roamed a single round on defense.
Yeah, and they're, like you said, they're giving up a lot of space, so Root Beer is going to be able to take out this green hall, and now he already has room to plant. SYZYGY gave up all of that room very easily, and this could be another very easy plant going out from Valiant. So once again, SYZYGY is going to have to play for the retake, but DevSender says, no, I'm just going to kill you right now. Shoots Sparks through the smoke with that instant down on the ground, and Valiant with complete site control, it seems. This is going to be a rough retake. As Fallen swings one, takes out one, takes out two. Yellow Mac out in kitchen, takes out one, and then takes out two on the backside of A. And another flawless round, and Valiance is going up 4-0 against SYZYGY.
And we're looking for 7-0, 7-0 here. If it doesn't stop pretty soon, will SYZYGY learn their lesson? Will they buy the utility and stop buying, Vezins and Vipers? Because, to be honest, it's better to just buy a Spectral or a Taurus than it is to buy a Viper and not have money for utility.
Yeah.
For the next round.
I could not agree with you more. And as we see with the economy, it's pretty much in favor of Valiants. SYZYGY is very broke, but everyone on Valiants has almost $5,000 or more, so it's looking rough for SYZYGY right now.
Yeah, and even if Valiants were to lose, I don't know, these next 2 rounds, it won't matter. Well, I guess because the sides are going to swap, but still, you're down 5-0 as Yellow Mac does not see Kung Fu, and that's a big pickup for SYZYGY. Gets the double on to DevCenter. 4v3, good man lead for SYZYGY as Kung Fu rotating back. Valiant's doing a hallway push, smoking it goes out. This was a must-need round win here for SYZYGY. I mean, if you don't win this, well, it's basically done. Back it up, guys.
It's looking really rough, and they only have one grenade to deny this plant, and it was a very bad throw. So once again, there's no utility to throw on the SYZYGY side. So Root Beer is gonna have a free plant as long as his teammates watch over him. But it seems like he's going. Yeah, he needs to toss the EMP over. Yeah, okay, so he's gonna toss the EMP over. Mommy and Fallen are now in sight. Bot is close on that little half wall. Mommy takes out one by the vent. Sparks sitting close by the B bomb. Sparks takes out one. Bot actually takes one as well. And it's now a 1v2 in favor of SYZYGY. So they might be able to win their first round. Mommy, will he be able to clutch this? 1v2 takes out one, but he's refragged by Bot. And Bot wins the round for the SYZYGY team, taking their first round of map 2.
Yes, much needed. I mean, it's about time they got a first round win. At least if they lose, they're not going to get shut out.
The shutout is. Yep, the shutout is no longer, unfortunately for Valiants. But
yes, now they can lose 13-4, but not 14-0. That's what matters.
Yep, that is all that matters. But
now we just need a bit more economy.
I feel like, I don't know, these games are gonna help SYZYGY learn as a team to play together. Because right now, you can definitely tell, like I said before, the experience. They probably haven't played a team like Valiants yet, so they might be able to learn how they are playing, how Valiants is playing, and adapt and maybe learn from them after they watch this cast back. And then maybe take some of their plays and learn from our feedback of what we're seeing, and hopefully they can better themselves and become more coordinated and better team play all together.
For sure. As could SYZYGY win this next round?
Oh, that is a bad trip. Okay, okay. Kung Fu put a trip on the door frame, but he did pick it up, so that would have been a waste of a trip if he didn't pick that up. So, but once again, like I said, SYZYGY not playing out in this hallway, so once again, Valiants with ease are able to take this wall open, and Root Beer is going to get this EMP down. Nade. Oh, bad nade.
Bad nade, bro.
Oh, put the ensign. Yellow Mech takes out one, and then Dev Sender is refragged by Kung Fu. But once this ensign goes away, SYZYGY has no other way to hold this EMP from being planted, so Root Beer is going to get it down. Mommy takes out one. Fallen also gets one as well. Sparks trying to go for the swing off on the Fallen. Doesn't get any tags, and Fallen takes him out, and Ellipsis left in a 1v4. And Fallen able to swing.
I don't think Fallen even aimed down his sights.
Did he hit fire him?
I think he just hit fired him.
Oh, this is just, it's looking rough for SYZYGY, but maybe they can pull through. Maybe they can pull through.
Hey. Oh, side swap, a new set. And never know. Maybe SYZYGY are better at attacking than defending.
That could be the case. That could be the case. Maybe they are a more attack team. So we're gonna see if they can play this coordinated. And I really liked the attack from from Valiants. They were able to take space very fast and use the util in their favor to be able to get that EMP down without being swung. And I feel like this team is just very coordinated and definitely deserve to be in the diamond range.
It did. As is a new set is the pistol round. See what SYZYGY can do. As we're seeing the full spectral buy. As I feel like most people do buy spectrals in the pistol phase.
Yeah, you do sometimes see cyclones, but I feel like the spectral is just the better gun. Yeah, Ellipsis takes out Mommy. Whoa, now they know Dev Sender's in that corner by the janitor box, but Dev Sender able to get the pick anyways on Ellipsis. Nade is tossed out, and Bot takes out Dev. Sparks takes out Fallen as well, and Kung Fu coming from the backside of A. The proxy does go off, so Root Beer does get the audio cue, and Valiants down in the man advantage right now, so we are seeing a good attack from SYZYGY as Yellow takes out Bot by that vent, quick peeking outside Invis and into the red hallway, keeping Sparks and Pez at bay. Will Sparks and Pez be able to take out Yellow? Here is Yellow's about to swing through the corridor, and he takes out one and takes out two, and it's a 1v1. Health advantage is heavily in favor of SYZYGY. Kung Fu at 100 with Yellow Mac at 23, but Yellow does have control of the EMP, so Kung Fu is going to have to swing. With 55 seconds left on the clock, Kung Fu only needs to hit one bullet, and Yellow would have to hit 2 headshots from this distance to be able to take Kung Fu out. So let's see who has the better reaction time.
But here's the thing. I think probably Kung Fu needs to kind of hurry up here. 30 seconds. Oh, no.
Yellow Mac played that very well. He played that very cautious, knowing that he was low on health, played very far back and just played the time. And
very good play there.
Able to win that round and go up 6-1 against SYZYGY.
Yeah, you know, I think I'm not a good player there by Kung Fu. I think he probably could have just stayed crouched and probably faked up the EMP, if that makes sense, to kind of lure Mac out. I think that would have been the smarter play there. He just straight ran and picked up, and then he He looked the other way, and
Well, yeah. In that
Yeah.
situation, though, hindsight is always 2020. As us, we're able to see these players through the wall, so we know where Yellow was, while Kung Fu had no idea. So I mean, it happens. He was running out of time, so I feel like he had to make a play, but Yellow was able to get into a good position to hold that. So once again, the experience from these Valiants players, I feel like that is what helped Yellow win that round for their team.
Final round here, possibly final round. We'll see as the match does get boomed, but we probably aren't going to be seeing any people push through there as Ellipses does get taken out by Mama Mama.
Ooh, Fallen.
Oh, oh my goodness, it's Fallen doing the run out. Get EMP, and he gets the double on Sparks. 2v5.
And,
Like that
yeah.
1v5.
Yep, and Fallen about to swing Kung Fu on the stairs and takes out Kung Fu. So Valiants wins this 7-1 against SYZYGY.
Well, at least they didn't get shut out. Hey, it could have been 14-0. It's 13-1. You know, that's the bright side. You know, they were able to win at least one round on this Diamond squad. It's very unfortunate about the mismatch. I think if they weren't playing a Diamond team, SYZYGY would have done a lot better. You know, because last week they played underdogs. I think that went to a third map. I think, you know, so.
Yeah, this was kind of like a hydrogen bomb versus coughing baby type of game, and I feel like the matchup was very unfair because I mean I don't know, it's just because the EU doesn't have that many teams, so I guess that's probably why. But either way, congratulations to Valiants EU. Thank you, Cooper, for inviting me to cast this game with you. That was awesome. I had a good time, even though it wasn't really close, but you know. It's all good, and that will do it for this cast, I guess. So thank you, Cooper, and adios, everybody, and have a good